Hi all, part three with Euro staging and Hana. We will be discussing the difference between virtual staging and traditional staging and how both are equally important. Thanks for stopping by. But staging is, I think, um, it's obviously not a best kept secret because many people do it, but I think a lot of sellers don't really think about that at the top of their mind. Realtors do, or realtors should, but it's pretty important. Now, on the flip side, what's something that you've staged or an experience of staging where, and I don't want to say you hated it, but like you're like, I don't want to ever do that again?
The pet peeve among stagers is when we are told by, let's say, builder, property flipper, or the realtor that the property is ready, and they are lying. So and I get it, because once again, we are really team oriented and we want to help, and we understand the scheduling timing is very important and very tight. It's like on a hair. After the staging comes a photographer. After the photographer, you want to get the listing live. But sometimes there are days when we are just schlepping over electricians and cleaners, and the property is just not ready. And it is a hard work for us and our team. Our inventory can get dirty or dusty, and dust is really hard to get out of sofa and upholstery. And so that is something what we don't like when it happens, but I have to tell you, it happens. But again, it's real estate. It's a crazy business.
Does it happen more or less? Do you see that a lot or not as much?
Let's say 10% properties are absolutely not ready for staging. So sometimes, like, we had a situation when we had to make a U-turn, and we said we cannot stage you because you're not ready. They were still painting. The floor was not hard enough for us to walk on. We would cause a damage.
Wow.
And the driveway was in the middle of being poured, and we just had no access. Like, I can't fly with the sofa. So if the property is not ready, that can cause a lot of friction and delays. And it's just, we do our best, and we hope that the other part does the best as well. But at the end, once again, I keep reminding everyone on our team, hey, it's a real estate. Let's figure out how we can make it happen instead of getting angry or having a conflict,
Sure.
So that's, yeah.
Okay, now on a same topic, but not really. Something I've been seeing a lot lately is virtual staging. And what I've noticed is the virtual staging, in the past you could tell it was virtually staged, but now it's just gotten so good and you can't even tell the difference. So where do you think our market is at with virtual staging versus the traditional staging? And do you do both?
So this is funny. Today, for the first time, I actually advised my client, a realtor, to stage outdoor area. And I was laughing. I was like telling Amy, this is the first time I'm saying it, but the outdoors should be staged virtually. And that was, I recommended that because that was the best for the client. Number one, the outdoor area was the size of a tennis court, and it just needed a different level of inventory. And then also at the price range, she is listing her house. It might take a while to sell, and over the time, the outdoor furniture will get dirty, will get dusty, will get birds debris on, and then it would need someone to constantly go there and clean it. So I thought, hey, let's just have it nicely virtually staged and then basically vacant, and give the visual example of utilizing the space to home buyers. So that was new to me. Otherwise, I do agree with you that the current virtual staging looks really great. It just looks real. However, I'm still for traditional staging when it comes to selling homes, because it's deceiving. Imagine that you see beautiful pictures, beautiful living room, gorgeous dining room, and then you walk into the property and it's empty. It's empty, it's vacant. And sometimes the problem might be that they will virtually stage it with 6 or 8 dining chairs, but at the end you can only fit 4. So you need to trust it. And when you have it staged with the real furniture, you really understand the size and space of the room. But when it's done virtually, it might be deceiving at some point. Yeah.
That's a really good point. And that's true. It's hard. You see it online, which again, 97% of buyers come from that, click online, that photo online, and then they walk in, it's empty. But sometimes you wonder, do they even remember what the interior looked like when they walk in? So that's interesting.
I think they do remember, because again, majority of the people who are clicking on the pictures are us women, and we tend to go for something what is visually pleasing. And I think it's easy to save some pictures on your phone or printed it out, and then when you go around the houses, you go like, okay, where's the furniture? Right. It had like, hey honey, it had really nice wall art, I just want to show you. Or it has a sofa I fell in love with and I want to buy this sofa. So
and ta-da, it's not there.
I think it's not there. Yeah, I think I can definitely forgive it when it comes to new construction, when it comes to selling condos in a high rise. Those places have been virtually staged for, I don't know, 20 years, right? Yeah. But when you are talking about traditional homes on a little streets or cul-de-sacs, you want to, I believe that it's way more powerful to have them traditionally staged. Again, when the buyers are coming in, buying a home is a very emotional and expensive situation, and having the opportunity to sit down on a sofa and just feel the space and imagine the holidays, birthdays, Thanksgiving, it's just people are buying future happiness. So I hope that I'm part of it.